I wanted to make this video on two things. First of all, I'm changing the tyres over. As I mentioned with a previous video, I'm going to go with the Schwalbes, and they're the Alberts, and then they're going to be front and rears, and I'm going to test them for maybe 6-7 bike park trips, and then I'm going to give my honest opinion whether Joe Average is going to benefit from buying an expensive pair of tyres that everyone's raving about. And the second thing I want to show in this video is this head unit that I purchased for doing repairs to my bicycles, and as you can see, it's quite a sturdy unit. It adjusts in many directions. I can turn the capture to do the seat post, or if it's a round aluminium, not carbon fibre, if it's a round aluminium or steel, I can turn it and set the bike up onto it. It opens and closes, fully adjustable, very sturdy unit. These units also come with a full stand. I opted for the bench mount version as it suits my garage and space. I'm very limited on space in here, so I just set it up. I get the bike, I pick it up, it fits in nicely, one-handed, hold the bike, tighten, and that bike is going nowhere till I release it. And that is a really good unit, solid as a rock. Now, the crazy thing about this was, when I was looking for something to purchase, everything was 150, 250 upwards, and this particular unit was always around the $100 to $110 mark. Now, I found somebody selling the very same thing for under 50. Now, I thought, oh, is this a mistake? And I thought, well, it either is or it isn't. I'm going to buy it, see what happens. It was an overseas online shopping site, one I won't mention because for many years I was a loyal customer and found that their products were always really good. And I can tell you that the pedals have come from the same place, the carbon 3D printed saddles come from the same place, the chain guide, which unfortunately this bike, as expensive as it was, didn't come with a chain guide. The carbon handlebars came from there. Even the shortest stem I purchased from this very same site. Now, I don't buy from them anymore because I did get a bit of a raw deal. I had mentioned this in a video previously, and yeah, I now only shop from the local stores that are online, Pushies, Cruise, even 99 Bikes, but I just thought I'm not going back to the overseas. So let's take these tyres off. I'm only going to do one in the video and replace it with the Schwalbe, and then I'm going to put it back on, and then we're going to go riding tomorrow morning. It's going to be the first test, so let's see how we go. So first things first, let's get the derailleur out of the way. Let's undo the rear axle. Out she comes and down she goes. Pretty simple. Don't have to be a rocket scientist. Now, I have a varying selection of bicycle tools that I've collected over the years, and they pretty well cover everything from cutting cables to pulling the bike apart, bottom brackets, whatever I need. sprocket removal chains. Yeah, so that's even a shock pump that I've purchased many years ago. It still going fine today. So this is pretty much all I've needed. I've got a chain cleaner. These are great for when it gets really dirty on a muddy day. Run it through this with some Kero and dry it. You can even hose it. That will get rid of the Kero, and then wait till it dries, touch dry, and you can lubricate it either with your wet lube or your dry lube. Now these tyres, you can use obviously the tyre levers to remove it, and there goes the valve cap. Let's so removing is all you use tyre levers for, not replacing. Replacing has to be done by hand, and then you need the track pump for the high pressure to make the beads seal. That is something that these tyres require these days, as they're made to be run tubeless. They require higher pressure to actually snap onto the seal around the edge of the tyre wheel, beg your pardon, and then once you've done that, that could take 60 to 80 pounds air pressure. Lower it back down to the required riding pressure, whatever you use on your front, on your back. Now, taking tyres off, catching one side of the tyre only is all you need to do. And while you've got a tiny bit of it off, grab another bit. Normally that should be enough to run it around. It is. It's tight. It's not going back on, so that'll come off quite easily now. And the other side doesn't fight you, it just comes straight off. So here's one wheel back. We'll save that tyre. Still got a lot of life in it. We're gonna take it down to the canvas before we replace it, as they are getting close to $150 for a really good tyre these days. But what I'm interested in is the hype behind these radial tyres. That's something that it's had me intrigued since they were introduced. Everybody that's ridden them claims that there is a noticeable difference. So check to see if it runs in any particular direction, and it does. It has a rotation arrow that way. 2.6 bars, 38 psi. These are the maximum air pressures that it likes to be run. So good looking tyre. So that's the way it's going to go with the sprocket on this side. So let's start putting it back together now and see how difficult it is compared to the Maxxis. Yep, straight away it's fighting me. So we're gonna have some joy here. Once so these seem to be maybe that were in the box for a while and in the folded position. Could be why they're a little difficult. Let's not make this any uglier than it needs to be. Let's see if we can pull that on. Now obviously pulling the one side on without a tube isn't going to pinch your tube, is it? So let's try that, if that's going to help. These, I can tell straight away, are going to be quite the task to get onto the rim. That is really a tight fit. So let's see if we can get the second one in there. We might have to come back to this, and because I don't think you want to watch me grunting and groaning for the next 15 minutes. So let's see how we get on without the camera. Just a couple of things I should have mentioned, and when I came across them I thought I'd better just add this in. When removing the old tyre, start at the valve. If you start it anywhere else, the valve will restrict how far the bead can go into the rim. The bead needs to go all the way into the rim, so start at the valve with your tyre levers. And when finishing, the opposite. That's where you finish, because that's, if you try to start there, you're going to have the restriction of trying to pull it on at the other end. Now what I would do here, some soapy water, because we want that bead to pop out and sit correctly, and we need a lot of pressure for that, and we may as well give it a little bit of help. So let's pump this up. See, I can actually see it moving as it expands. It should give it a very loud pop when it finally sits into position. As you can see around this side, it's squeezing even further and moving around all the way. We need a full bead to be exposed. We're at just under 40. So the last one took to 50, and there she goes. So that is now properly seated, and we'll put the correct air pressure in it, and we'll go riding tomorrow. Thanks for listening.